Hello everyone, I'm Lowie Verschelden, tracking expert at TAGGRS, and today we will set up server-side tracking with Leadpages. We suppose that you already have set up normal web GTM tracking and you want to do the transformation to server-side tracking. So I will show you now what we already have and we will continue from there on. So what we already have is a lead page. We have a lead page with our web GTM code, and we have a web container. So when we go in preview mode of our web container, you can see this page opens. On initialization are Google tag fires, which sends a page view to our GA4 property. As you can see here, send the page view to our GA4 property. And you have also set up one tag, GA4 tag. It can be whatever in your container, but for example, if you just do a click, it will send a click event to GA4, as you can see here. So this is normal web GTM tracking. We will continue from this point. So first thing we will do is we will make a server GTM container. Click on the plus and we can I will copy the name. So we make a new container. We can call it like this. Server. Voila. Create. Then we can choose for this option. But first we will go to taggers.io. We click on sign up or login. For me it's login because I already have an account. Then on logging in or after signing up, we can add a new container. For example, Leadpages. The website is this one in my case. I will choose Netherlands. I already have a container added, so I will just fill in something. It's not because of this. I will add another one. Container configuration. Now we will paste this code here. Voila. I will add something else so I don't get a fault in my other container. We'll add it here. Then choose subdomain. Continue. You can start it free. It will upgrade. You can start with a paid version as well, as you wish. Click continue, create container. Voila, this one has just been added, but let's suppose it will be this one. And first thing you have to do is you should add some DNS records to your server container. Normally they will be here, and for now it's already set up, so I cannot show you. Oh wait, I can show you in the other one. Maybe in this one. Yeah, here it is, DNS settings. So this will be available for you too. SST, and then this record, A type, 300 seconds. So you can go over to your hosting domain. You click somewhere to add DNS records, and you add these DNS records. You click on save, Then you click on validate and it will be validated. It can take some time, but at some time it will be validated and it will be ready to work. So I already have added the DNS records because of this video, otherwise it can take some time. I will just add the correct provision server. Let's check. Okay, this seems good. So this is our server-side tracking domain. Let's copy it. And now next step is to click on admin, container settings, add URL. We will add our server-side tracking domain. Voila. I will also open the web GTM. So now we have a web GTM and a server GTM. I will paste this one here. So if everything has been set up correctly, we should be able to preview our server GTM, but this is not the case, I see. Could be that it takes some time. Let's check if this has been added correctly. Let's also check this domain. This is correct. Maybe our tagging domain is incorrect. Nope. And let's check if this is correct. This is the error. Could be that it takes some time now to initialize. This is correct. And here we are finally. Now it works. So we are in preview mode of our server container, and this is our web container. So this is perfectly fine. Next step is we will add a server container URL. And it's the same one that we added before. So this means it will send all data to our server container. Click Save. So we can go in preview mode of our server container, preview mode of our web container, connect. Oops. And what do we see? On initialization, the Google tag fires, and it has this parameter that we added, our server container URL. As you can see, it sends a page view to our server container. Then it enters our server container, and we have this data available to send to GA4, for example, or to other tags. Now we will set up a GA4 tag, GA4 all events. It will just send all events to our GA4 property that arrive in our server container. For measurement ID, we can take this one. And we can use a custom trigger. And this custom trigger fires on client name equals GA4. I will explain you why. Client GA4. Voila. That's it for now. We will go in preview mode of our server container. And then we go in preview mode of our web container. So our tag has fired and our web container has entered our server container. And we can see that the tag has fired GA4 events tag, and it has sent our event to GA4 via server. Why did we use this tag, this trigger better, GA4, when client name equals GA4? This because this request, so this request gets sent to our server container, is claimed by GA4 client and is modeled into event data that we can use. So every time this client claims the incoming request, we want to send this request or this data to GA4. So that's it. Also the click events will get sent. As you can see, when we click, GA4 click event fires. It sends a click hit to our server container. It enters here, and this data gets sent to GA4. As you can see here, there will be somewhere click. Event name is click. As you can see, this gets sent to GA4. So this was a really basic setup, how you can set up server-side tracking with Leadpages. We're not done yet because we still have to do some things to optimize our tracking configuration. And one of those things is we will optimize our container with an enhanced tracking script. So we will make sure that our GTM web script, our web container, is loaded from our server. So that way we can bypass more ad blockers. So we will copy our web GTM container ID and paste it here. So we have a head code and a body code, and this head and body code we can paste it here and here instead of our normal GTM code. So I copy this here, and I copy this here. Voila. Saved and update. Now we need a client for this, so we will add a web GTM client. Web container, web, and we can give it the name of our web GTM. Add container ID. Voila. And now when we go in preview mode, and also this one, the web GTM preview mode, we can see these events are claimed by our web GTM container. And this makes sure that our GTM our web GTM is loaded from our server GTM. And this way we can bypass more ad blockers. I'm thinking if I forgot something, but I think this is everything I had to tell you. So it's a fairly easy setup. Has some technicalities with it for the web GTM and enhanced tracking script, but I hope with this video it's much more clear now how it works and how it should be implemented. We also have blog posts about this if you prefer to read blog posts on how to implement it. So this was it for this video. I hope it was interesting and hope to see you in another video. Thank you. Bye bye.